ใครที่อยากมาเรียนภาษาที่ Christchurch แล้วอยู่ในย่านดาวน์ทาวน์เนี่ย Lsnz ก็เป็นหนึ่งในโรงเรียนที่น่าสนใจนะครับเป็น BNC Center นะครับเป็นเหมือนโซนที่มาหาช็อปต่างๆได้นะครับแล้วก็มีแทรมวิ่งผ่านหน้าโรงเรียนเลยนะครับเป็นบรรยากาศรอบๆ Lsnz นะครับหรือ Lsnz ที่เป็นโรงเรียนภาษาที่อยู่ที่ Christchurch นะครับอยู่ในย่านที่เรียกว่าเป็นใจกลางเมืองเลยเนาะแถวนี้ว่ามีร้านบริการสัญญาณโทรศัพท์นะครับ Spark มีเป็น BNC Center นะครับเป็นเหมือนโซนที่มาหาช็อปต่างๆได้นะครับแล้วก็มีแทรมวิ่งผ่านหน้าโรงเรียนเลยนะครับเดี๋ยววันนี้นะครับจะพาไปดู Lsnz นะครับเป็นหนึ่งในสถาบันสอนภาษา Category 1 ที่อยู่ใน Christchurch ใครที่อยากมาเรียนภาษาที่ Christchurch แล้วอยู่ในย่านดาวน์ทาวน์เนี่ย Lsnz ก็เป็นหนึ่งในโรงเรียนที่น่าสนใจนะครับโรงเรียนขั้นต่ำ14 สัปดาห์ก็มีสิทธิ์ที่จะทำงานได้เนาะครับเดี๋ยวไปดูโรงเรียนกันครับ
Okay, so a good place to start is at the front of the school. So just so you know, if the fire alarms do go off, the first fire exit is the door on your left that you've just come through, and then the second fire exit is at the back of the school through the double doors. Okay. If you ever need to use the facilities, there's a staff toilet just here and a staff toilet at the back of the school as well.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Okay, so this is our front desk area. So this is Nayara, she's our admissions officer, and we also have our other admissions lady that will be joining us very, very soon as well. So this is one of the busiest areas of the school, as you can imagine. Lots of inquiries, lots of questions, lots of fees, lots of money being paid for. Very, very busy part of the school. Fortunately, this is not where I live. Let's go on through around here. So this is our Cashel Street classroom. And although it is not exactly where I want it to be at the moment, we are renovating this classroom over the next 2 months to make it more of a warm, friendly environment for the students. We do have some facilities, so you can see that we have a ping pong table, we have our foosball, we have our guitars, and we have our interactive smartboard for films and for TV shows. This space will look very, very different in about 2 months' time. We're going to be investing in maybe in some soft seating, some warm lighting, and we've also just made a membership with the local library, which means that we can now borrow up to 30 books. So then we are now starting to build our own Lsnz library as well. Okay, so now we're moving more into the classroom areas of the school. Now you'll see as we move around the school that there are 12 classrooms in total. All of them with varying shapes and sizes, but you'll also notice that all of our classrooms are equipped with these interactive smartboard technology, which really provides a seamless transition between the teaching of the class and the learning of the class. So we've really invested in our educational technology, and it's really having some impact on the results that our students are achieving. So everything that's on this smartboard over here will also be in front of the students in their course books as well. So it really provides a seamless transition between the teaching and the learning. Yeah. So this is our Sumner classroom, and of course this is our teacher Sophie. So Sophie is one of our more senior teachers at Lsnz. She's been with us for a very, very long time. She's a native Kiwi teacher who has a master's degree in applied linguistics. This will be our upper intermediate classroom. They'll just finish off this activity that they're doing, and then they're going off onto a school trip down to their local Christchurch art gallery. They're talking about art in this week's unit, so a really good applied activity is taking them down to the art gallery so that they can start to apply their new language in practice. Fantastic. Okay, so this is not a classroom. This is our little meeting room. This is our little conference room. But we will turn into a classroom if we ever need it. The same with this classroom as well. So over here, this will be our elementary classroom. You can see Teacher Brendan. Brendan is another one of our native English speakers. He is from New Zealand, and as well as being one of our general English teachers, he has a very special job. He's a practicing IELTS speaking examiner for the British Council in the afternoons. So we're very, very lucky to have someone with his experience teaching with us as well. Fantastic. So moving back through to the school. So let's start here first. This is another one of our general English classrooms. This will be our beginner class. And very, very exciting to see that our beginner class is much bigger than usual. Of course, in a language school, you'll usually notice that the beginner and the advanced groups are the smallest. However, it's very, very nice to see 10 or 11 beginners in our class today. Our instructor is Dr. Maria. So she is a very highly qualified non-native speaker from China who has a PhD in English literature from a Chinese university. Really fantastic for our beginner learners. Over in this class, so these two classes are our two IELTS classes. So at the moment, we've got a few more coming today. So this is our IELTS 1 class. Now IELTS 1 is for intermediate students to lower upper intermediate. And this is our IELTS 2 class, which is upper intermediate to advanced and beyond. So it's really nice that we're able to stream our academic English students into proficiency levels so they can have more targeted and tailored instruction based upon exactly what they need to pass their IELTS test. This is one of our fabulous IELTS instructors. So this is teacher Lara, who is a non-native speaker from Russia, who has an MTSOL and a very, very, as I said, very experienced and highly qualified IELTS instructor. Then we move over to IELTS 2. As I mentioned, this is our more advanced learners for IELTS. From 8 to around 10:30, they'll study reading and writing in their classes. After the break time, the IELTS teachers will swap over and they'll move into their speaking and listening instruction. This is Dr. Aniko. So Dr. Aniko is our lead IELTS instructor. So she's we're very fortunate to have her teach at Christchurch, but she also has her expertise being shared over into the Queenstown School as well. So Aniko is working very, very closely with Lara and also the Queenstown IELTS teachers to drive the IELTS quality across both schools. Dr. Aniko has a very extensive academic background herself. She has a PhD in applied linguistics. She has several master's degrees, several bachelor's degrees, and she also scored a perfect band 9 in her own IELTS. So the perfect person to be delivering instruction to the much higher level IELTS students, but also to supplement for the intermediate students as well. So moving back through the school, so this will be another general English classroom. This will be our pre-intermediate class, and this is with our senior teacher Niha. So Niha is an MTSOL graduate from the University of Canterbury, originally from India. And she does a very fantastic job supporting myself as the manager and as the DOS of the school. She supports me and she also supports our students very, very well as well. This is the second fire exit that I told you about. I'm hoping that the fire alarm isn't going to go off, but if it does, that's the exit. This is our teachers' room. So this is where our teachers will be working outside of classes. If any students have any questions about their homework or any content from the classes themselves, they can always find the teachers in this room here. We do enjoy sharing our English words. We do have our word of the day for today is heartwarming. The Oxford 2024 word chosen by kids is kindness. We like to have our motivational quotes, a dad joke just to keep us happy and excited, and some fun facts as well. Just to keep things light and fun for the teachers.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So these are our student toilets, these are our staff toilets, and we also have shower facilities as well, if anyone needs a quick rush up in the mornings. This is our kitchen area. You can see that our kitchen is equipped with 4 different microwaves and a fridge to warm up and to store lunches and breakfasts and dinners and any kind of snack throughout the day. This is another one of our main hubs in the school. Lots of student activity, lots of student noise, and a really exciting place to be in between classes. Moving through here now, so this will be our second intermediate class. This is with our newest teacher, Tan. So Tan is a fantastic teacher from Vietnam and who has also graduated with an MTESOL from the University of Canterbury and also a Delta qualified English language instructor as well. Very, very good teacher. This is my space, this is my room. I never leave here, I sleep here, I eat here, I shower here, it's all good. And this is our other intermediate class. So this is currently being taught by one of our relief teachers, Ruben. So Ruben comes to support our teachers when our teachers are sick. So Ruben has quite a unique background. So he was originally born in England, but moved to New Zealand at a very, very young age, and also graduated with a double major in Japanese and in Te Reo Maori. So every Tuesday in the afternoons, we're offering free Te Reo Maori lessons for all students, all staff, anyone who wants to join, anyone who wants to come along and learn the second language of New Zealand. We have those classes available as well. The usual teacher of this class is Amber. Amber is a native speaker from England with an MA from a very high-profile university in England and a very experienced English teacher as well. So moving through to these information boards. So we're not the most populated at the moment, as you can see, but we do regularly offer weekly activities, some free, some paid for all the students who are interested in going along to these activities. So every Tuesday, as I mentioned, we do our Maori language classes. On Wednesdays, we are doing grammar-specific classes just to boost our students' grammatical awareness. We offer pronunciation classes and other more weekend trips and overnight trips as well to different hotspots around the South Island. Coming over here, this is our compliance board. So of course, Lsnz Christchurch as well as Queenstown are members of English New Zealand. Very, very important that we are. We are also a Category 1 school from NZQA, and we are also fully compliant with our copyright and our pastoral care responsibilities. Something that I did want to talk to you about actually is pastoral care. So pastoral care is something that's I'm very, very passionate about. So before I was the manager of this school, before I was an English language teacher, back in England I used to work as a psychologist. And I used to work with children, with teenagers and with adults with very significant mental health problems. Now, of course, that's not to say that our students have mental health problems, of course not. However, coming to New Zealand or coming to a new country for the first time, regardless of whether they're adults or whether they're children, it comes with certain well-being needs. And we are really, really passionate about providing holistic well-being and pastoral support for all students that require it, just to make sure that what they're studying in class, what they're learning in class, is to the highest level of their own ability, and they don't have any well-being or pastoral concerns holding them back from making progress in their English language learning. Fantastic. Okay, so just moving through this one as well. So as we are a Category 1 school from NZQA, we also run a very successful job club. Because of course, Category 1 status, all students with a student visa on 20 hours a week are also eligible to work for 20 hours a week in Christchurch as well. And so the school can support the students with finding a job in New Zealand from all different parts. So if they need some support with a bank account or maybe an IRD number, the school can help. If they need some help building an English CV or practice writing an English cover letter, the school can help. And of course, even if it's physically looking for a job or practicing interview questions and everything else associated with employment, the school has a service that we can provide to our students, just to make them more successful when they're out there looking for a job in Christchurch. We are also a authorised TOEIC testing centre, so if we do have any students who are wanting to take their TOEIC whilst they are studying with us at Lsnz Christchurch, the school can certainly accommodate for those needs as well. Then moving through, this is another quite unique part of the school. So this is our local Japanese support office. So Guy Hughes, who is the owner of Lsnz, his wife Gina owns a sister agency, Gina and Partners, and they will work to place young Japanese interns into study abroad programs, but also work internships after they've graduated as well. Yep. And that brings us back to the front of the school. So that will be our whistle-stop tour of Lsnz Christchurch. So this is how we set up our curriculum at Lsnz. So of course, for 20-hour-a-week bookings, which is the most popular number of hours that a student books a course for, it usually happens with two different kinds of classes. Of course, depending on whether the student has booked for a general English course or for an academic course such as the IELTS. So for our general English strand, we have two classes that build up to the 20 hours per week. So we start off our day with a conversation class. So this is just speaking, listening, conversation and productive skills. There's no grammar, there's no reading, there's no writing, it's all speaking and listening, just to give them students a huge boost in confidence, but also the competency in communicating and having conversations in English. You'll notice that we offer all levels of our speaking curriculum, and then we're moving down into our second class. Of course, our conversation class is only 1 hour long, so then we move into our longer classes. And these are more traditional CELTA-based classes, which is multi-skills. So you'll have all kinds of skills being taught in these larger classes and not just speaking and listening. And again, you'll notice here we also offer all levels of general English. We don't currently have an advanced group. That's not to say that we can't have an advanced group, it's just that we don't have any advanced students at the moment. We will more than happy open an advanced class if we ever have to. And then moving into our academic English pathway. So as I mentioned in our tour, that we split our IELTS students down into proficiency levels, and you'll notice that they also have two classes a day as well. From 8 a.m. to 10:30, they have their reading and writing input, and then from 10:45 to 12:15, they'll have their speaking and listening input. Also coming down here, so we have our self-study class. Now this is usually for under 18 students or for students who we would consider young learners. So for all adult students, we don't mind if they want to book for 20 hours or if they want to book for 25 hours. For all young learners or students under the age of 18, we insist on them doing 25-hour-a-week bookings. And for our 25-hour-a-week booking, it would consist of 20 hours of these two classes, plus a special homeroom kind of class with one of our more senior teachers. It's a closed class just for our young learners to really provide some more targeted support based upon what they require for their English progress. So that would be our 25-hour-a-week booking as well. And we also have, for the occasional student that doesn't like waking up at 8 a.m. in the morning and really struggles with their attendance, we also offer some conversation classes at 1 p.m. to allow a later start for some of the students that don't like waking up. And that's our curriculum.